At least 1 in 4 college women will be the victim of a sexual assault during their academic career, and 80% of all sexual assault victims are a victim of an acquaintance.
The TCNJ community finds these statistics unacceptable. The hope is that this video will encourage you to do your part in changing these statistics.
Like a very, very strong and obvious, yes, this is what I want to happen and I'm in a clear state of mind.
Consent would be both people agreeing to participate in any act.
I think consent is informed and enthusiastic permission.
I would define consent as when two parties come to agreement about a specific thing and that there's no doubt as what the answer would be.
I don't understand why people feel like there's this gray area with consent. I think that if I say no to something, that's it. That's no. Consent is me saying, yes, you can do this.
When two people who are about to do something sexual both decide that they want to do it, are both in the right state of mind to do it, and both are, I guess, emotionally ready to do it.
Consent is agreeing to do something when you're clear-headed and you know what you're getting yourself into, and one party meaningfully tells the other party what they want and the other party has to agree to it. Otherwise, it's not consent.
Consent is the two people engaging in the activity being on the exact same terms, so there's like no misunderstanding.
If you're not sure, ask first or ask again.
If you're not positive that he has consented, don't do it.
If you're not positive she has consented, don't do it.
Touching another person very intimately and it not being warranted or wanted, to things like rape. So it's a very large spectrum.
Sexual act or sexual contact that's not necessarily wanted by one party.
If you've done something that I told you, you asked me, can I do this? And I said no, and you did it anyway, that's sexual assault. You're doing pretty much anything to me that I did not give you permission for.
When a person convinces or coerces or makes or forces another person to do something sexually and it's against their will.
Sexual assault is any unwanted sexual act. It doesn't have to be physical, it could be verbal, that someone's coerced into against their will.
Sexual assault is probably not always what you would see in like a health video or something. It's probably just when consent is misunderstood and some sort of sexual advance is made.
I think the first thing I would tell them is to consider how serious what they are about to do is, because I think sometimes people forget how serious something can be and how long the effects can last.
There's nothing good that could come out of it.
I would try to remove them from the situation in the most discreet way possible at the time to avoid conflict there, but then kind of talk to them afterwards as to why I did it and get their opinion on how they were acting and what they thought they were doing as compared to what I saw them doing.
I would just hope that if they were my friend, they were obviously used to being around women and that they would choose to treat anyone the way they would choose to treat me, and that they would sort of think of it that way, like they wouldn't want anyone to be doing that to their friend, so why would they do that to someone else's?
I would try to get that person to stop whatever they're doing. I would bring some friends over and tell him or her to stop and make sure to get the other person out of the situation to the best of my ability.
I would tell the friend, regardless of whether it's a girl or a guy, just that they're going to regret whatever they're doing in the morning, or that they're definitely not in the shape to be making a decision as important as what they're about to do.
Safe advice would be, well, if you don't know if that person wants it, you should err on the side of caution and not try anything with them. And I'm sure if you wanted to do some type of sexual act, you'd find someone who's more than willing. So don't force someone to, because that's not okay.
I would just say no means no.
Real men treat women with respect.
The statistics surrounding sexual assault are appalling. The best way to start challenging these statistics is to educate yourself about sexual assault.